So let's talk about Project Failure.
Yep.
When is Project Failure gonna hit that same thing as like Team Spooky and?
Oh, Guard Crush? Actually, I have to give them a lot of credit because they came down to us and saw our events, and I went up there a couple times. Most people just like harass Spooky online. They're like, "What do you use with this? How do I do this? Tell me how to do this." Like he doesn't even have time to
It
answer.
isn't his job.
They showed up and they noticed what he did. And when I went there the last time, they had the same cameras that we had and all that. And like Spooky was hype about that. He's like, wow, like everyone's trying to step it up. They have a great location. People come out there and they do a lot for the players. Like if anyone's in the New England area, Project Failure is an awesome tournament.
I mean, a lot of my friends up there in Massachusetts go up there all the time, and there's great times to be had up there. I mean,
definitely, man.
I watched that stream a few times, and I couldn't believe the top level play that was there. You know?
Man. Everyone comes in. Like, shouts to Cryptic and John and all them. Like, they put a lot of work for the community. Like, I grew up in Connecticut, and I had to run tournaments at the mall, and I'd get like 16 people. Like, these guys are doing great things for the Connecticut scene and New England, and they're keeping people interested, which is good.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. When do you think this is going to get to the level of like StarCraft?
I don't know, man. We'll see after this Evo.
Like last year's Evo was 2,000 people, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
And before that it was 1,000 and something.
I can't imagine a 1,000 man Marvel 3 bracket.
Oh God.
All those Phoenixes. Holy crap.
Oh man. They're going to start turning Evo into a weekly event. I really think like a week event.
If that code's good enough, they could just do it online, hype it up all the time.
Hey, PlayStation Online and Xbox Online actually had some really awesome matches, and it felt like Evo. Well, as far as Evo can go.
Online was hype.
Yeah, I mean, it's that thing where since Ultra David and was it James Chin on commentary?
Yeah, they're still commentating online. That was awesome.
And there was hardly any lag. I mean, I couldn't really see any. And that's the way I think we're eventually going to do it, where our whole country, everybody who owns us, doesn't have to travel all the way to LA, because that's an investment and a half right there.
It's good to just see the community thriving, because like when I played games in like the dark ages, like 2004 to 7, some people quit CBS2. It'd be like the same 8 people. The game got stale. Like
it did, but it was probably one of the most balanced fighting games I've ever played.
Oh, CBS2 definitely.
Yeah,
that game is great.
And it was
I meant like by the people winning, it got stale. Like,
oh yeah. Well, once you're really good at CBS2, there's
after you lose to Justin so many times, you're just like, man, I'm gonna go party instead of spend my own tournament.
Yeah, I saw Justin bodying people on puzzle games earlier too.
Oh, Justin's amazing at puzzle games.
I'm trying to think of the only game I could beat Justin Long in, and the only thing that comes to mind, Diablo 2. That's probably the only one I could beat him in.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Let's PvP right now. Level 1 versus level 1.
Firewall it up.
Barbarian, Whirlwind.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't played in a while, so after the patches, I don't even know. Whirlwind's probably still not awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, Necro's actually gotten pretty good, but we're getting off topic, unfortunately. But Diablo 2 is an awesome game.
Hell yeah.
I have a friend.
Diablo 3 comes out, I'm not leaving my house for a month. I know.
Hell, I have a friend that literally plays that professionally. I mean, they can't get paid any money for it, which they put so much time into it.
Yeah.
Well, you sell items online for real money, but
yeah.
It's like they run CS runs like every 5 seconds. My friend can go from level 1 to level 99, and this is non-expansion. This is classic Diablo 2.
Wow.
So yeah, he's a beast. But I find that eventually we're going to get to the point where pretty much the whole country is going to start getting interested in, because you see the rise of MMA and it's in our nature to fight, right?
Yeah.
As human beings. So I find that
not to hurt, but just
not to hurt.
To be the better.
Right. It's a skill thing. It's sparring. It's like sparring, but it's to see who's better.
Yeah.
And right now it's like Daigo and Justin and Mago, right? They're like the 3 best I know of, right?
Yeah.
There's Tokido too. I ain't gonna lie.
There's so many killers in Japan.
There is, man. Japan's like the serial killer capital of the world.
But Street Fighter terms, yeah.
Yes. Daigo has no soul. Why? Because he has black eyes. You see his eyes, you never see him smile.
He just sees whenever to uppercut you. It's crazy.
Yeah. And the only time I ever saw the Daigo smile, which was the creepiest thing ever, was when Tokido sat next to him. So Tokido must be the funniest man in the world to make Daigo smile.
Oh, Tokido is the man. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, on upyourgame.com, we're going to do an interview with Tokido here in a little, probably about 2 weeks or so. We're looking into a translator.
His English is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah, no, just to make it good.
just to make sure that we don't get anything lost in translation.
Oh, definitely.
And here soon, probably next week, we're going to get Air on there.
Wow.
And we're just hoping that we can keep getting these things because I honestly, for me, I feel like in order to make this game, like this whole entire community bigger, we just got to help one another.
Oh, definitely.
And sometimes you go to Shoryuken and you don't find help,
No, it's true.
you know, and you
come to these events, like, I'm sure, like, a good amount of people are willing to help. Like, most people I've taught, if they didn't know how to fight Shiok, I'd be like, board tech the setup, I have to react to that.
Right.
And then from there, like, learn how to, like, get away.
Right.
And, yeah.
I even, I don't know what level I'm at, but anytime somebody has problems with Zangief or Blanca or some character I kind of know,
Yeah.
I'm willing to sit there and help them. So
Yeah.
I think that's how we're all going to be. But final thoughts. This is the hard part.
Okay.
Because trying to come up with a really good question to close it out with.
Okay. Take your time.
All right. All right. I think I got it. What is the most important thing to you as a player?
As a player?
Yeah.
I think that's a hard question. That I'm enjoying the game and like the community now is like what I always wish I had. Like I wasn't able to play comp before,
Right.
Or you wouldn't run into certain matchups. Everyone's like working together. I want to see like everyone better themselves, like to the point where it's like you can't even hold secrets anymore. Like as the most. All right, that's hard too. Most important. I think the most important thing is like probably to do my part, to do my best, and to do my best for the community.
Right.
Because I can't grow unless other people grow. So.
Yeah, I really feel that should be the mindset of every single player.
Nah.
You know, because I don't know. I think that's just how we should be as human beings overall.
Oh,
You just want to
definitely.
help one another and
That's how you build upon it. Like.
especially if we all know the secrets to every single character, every single matchup.
It makes more secrets, and then like.
And then it makes it more about skill than secrets.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
And then from there, the game actually evolves faster.
Right. It's what happened to Third Strike. It's
Yep.
what happened to Super Turbo.
Yep.
And hopefully it will eventually happen to Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Hyper Fighting, Omega.
MVC 3 Arcade Edition.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's coming out, but.
I'm sure once they release like 30 more characters as DLC, then they'll Game of the Year Edition, another $40.
Well, AE's pretty much like Marvel 2 status. Like, there's almost, if they add any more, I wouldn't be surprised there's 56 characters in that game. It's crazy.
Oh, I hope so.
That one's good.
All right, I appreciate your time,
Oh,
NerdJosh.
definitely, man.
And this is Mr. Devil KG and NerdJosh signing out.